It was more so in that day. The stuntman, actors usually had their own stuntmen. In fact, there's famous pictures, and you pulled out one of Kurt Russell and his long time. They really relied on each other. It's much different today, where we rely on a stunt coordinator and we're more transitory. And we see, we work with a lot of different people, and they do as well. Together, though, it was an immediate comfort for us. We both popped at the same time. We've lived in this ecosystem and worked our way through this gauntlet to figure out, what could we add to it? How do we make it meaningful for ourselves? So, and then, of course, this love letter to an industry that we love and hate and adore, in a city that we love and hate and adore. It just made it all really quite amazingly comfortable just to step right into.
Oh, I would agree. Brad and I sort of started at the same time. We've grown up in this town, and as much as we did research for these characters, I feel like we implicitly knew these relationships, these dynamics, this sort of survival mechanism, friendship of two. It's a very isolated town, and you have to forge these sort of relationships in order to navigate yourself in this industry. And the professional ones do become family in a lot of ways. They depend on one another for sort of everything. So, we talked a lot about Rick's backstory, the history and the culture of that time period, the changing of what happened with certainly with the Manson murders. We went into 1960s television and film and music, but at the end of the day, this dynamic was something that I think we instinctually just connected to and didn't have to reach for that much. It was actually interesting because there wasn't much to say to one another about how we implicitly knew these relationships. It was the second we were on set, we were just kind of them, which has kind of never happened in a film experience for me. You were always, we knew these guys. We've grown up in this industry. We've had those experiences, not those exact experiences, but we knew those relationships.
Oh, it's very personal for a few different reasons, I guess. It's like one, it's a memory piece. I was in Los Angeles in 1969. I was between 6 and 7. So almost like the way Roma was, it was a memory piece for me, writing it from my memory of what the streets of Los Angeles were like and what the radio was like and the TV shows of the day and the products that we consumed and saw billboards and commercials for. And then just, and then even, my little understanding of the counterculture movement rising up at that time. So it's that, but then it's just kind of connected to so many things that I've always kind of loved. Movies and television and this kind of pop culture stuff that I've been filling my head with for 55 years, and now actually, wow, I had something to do with it, all right? I didn't have to do hardly any research, all right? I was just all there waiting for me. And then, also just even the idea of making a movie about making movies, which is making movies is what I do and what I love and what we all love. And so, so I guess that is the three-way trifecta of what was so personal to me.
There's the feeling of responsibility towards a person who's either alive or has passed away, and you want to, honor their memory. Yeah, there's a lot of responsibility. And in some ways it's helpful because you can go back to archival footage and make decisions based on accent and characteristics and all that kind of stuff based on things that were already there. And in other ways it's kind of liberating when you have a completely fictional character to create all those things. So I wouldn't say one's easier than the other, but you definitely feel a lot of responsibility for a real life person.
¿Alguien ha pedido chucrut frito? ¡Quemaos, nazis hijos de puta! Seems this world got you down. You're feeling bad vibrations.
¿Eres actor?
No, especialista.
Sigues con Rick, ¿eh?
Aquí sigo.
Puedes hacerle lo que te dé la gana.
Te he contratado para una película, Rick, no para una serie de vaqueros. Vales mucho más.
En esta ciudad, todo puede cambiar tal que así.
Eres el puto Rick Dalton. No lo olvides.